Hello, storytellers and future novelists. Are you ready to take your writing to the next level? Today, we're exploring the art of writing narrative. So, whether you're penning a novel, a screenplay, or writing a book, understanding how to craft compelling narrative is crucial. My name is Natalie. I'm an author, podcaster, writing coach, and growth marketer, and I love making videos about how you can become a better writer. So let's dive into the techniques that will help you write your story powerfully and more persuasively. Every great story starts with the basics: structure, character, and setting. Solid structure creates a narrative that is clear and compelling. Typically, you want to start with beginning that grabs the reader's attention, middle where things are starting to wrap up, vamp up and become more exciting, then an end with a great climax. And you can approach the way that you write narrative in a few different ways. You can either have a linear narrative, a non-linear narrative, a viewpoint narrative, or a descriptive narrative. And a linear narrative is when the events unfold in chronological order. This is the narrative, the way to write narrative that is most used in basically all, most stories. Take Harry Potter. He's at home. He starts going to school, and it's you follow it month by month by month by month. But it doesn't have to be like day by day writing. Sometimes it can go years between, so you don't have to keep it too tight when you write linear narrative. With non-linear narrative, you throw the chronological order out the window and you write the story in a way that is more engaging and more intriguing for the reader. One example of this is House of Leaves, where we get to follow the story through a first-person narrative, random documents, and mysterious footnotes. And that way of storytelling is like unfolding the entire story through puzzling, different boxes. It's a very intriguing way of writing, especially if you're writing mystery or something like that. But it can also be quite hard because you have to think a lot about what you show your reader when. So using a program like Scrivener or stuff like that is really, really crucial here, I would say, because then you can just switch scenes or chapters and reread it. If you use Word and you have to cut and paste, it will be very messy. So think about that before you start with nonlinear writing. Viewpoint narrative really zooms in on the character's point of view and personal experience, like The Catcher in the Rye, where we see New York through Holden Caulfield's eyes, feeling his every high and low. And it would be a totally different experience if we didn't view the story from his point of view. Descriptive narrative focuses a lot about the setting, characters, and atmosphere. Edgar Allan Poe's story, The Telltale Heart, is a great example of this. Plot is a lot more than just what happens. It's about what is laid out for the reader. So try to think about what your protagonist has to lose and try to build as much tension as you can and pace your story so that the reader can't put down your book. And don't forget about these subplots. This is so crucial if you want to create really engaging story. I usually plan my subplots when I plan the main plot as well, because I want to make sure that the different plot turns and stuff don't all end up in the same places. So there is always something exciting that happens and contributes to the overall narrative. Your setting is the backdrop in which your story unfolds. Whether you're writing, a different planet or a small town, the setting should still feel alive for the reader. Use descriptive language. Try to add all these senses to create an immersive experience for your reader. This will really help to take your story to the next level. And remember that setting can also act as a character in itself for the story. I think it's Dan Brown that says that all the places where his story takes place, they almost act as characters themselves. So if you want to learn more, study his work from that point of view. Dialogue moves the story along and reveals character traits. Try to keep the dialogue natural and use it to show conflicts and its important story points. Balance your narrative and descriptive passages changes to set the tone without bogging down the action. I would say that the key between, to balance dialogue and description is to use show, don't tell. This goes for both description and for the dialogue. What do I mean with show, don't tell with dialogue? If you use show, don't tell when you write dialogue, you don't have to add things like he roared, he screamed, she cried, because the dialogue in itself will be so revealing that it's, you don't need those emphasizing phrases. So make sure, try to reveal your character's actions through emotions and settings and actions and words, not by explaining what is going on. And that's a wrap up for our episode about narrative writing. If you want to master, how to write exciting narrative, one way is to read a lot and try to study how other people use narrative to make the story a lot more engaging. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And in the comments, please let me know which is your favorite style of writing narrative. What do you prefer? And do you want me to deep dive in any of these? Let me know in the comments. I will talk to you soon. Bye!